So, hi there, I'm Dr. Garrett, the proud principal of Bethune Middle School, where the best and the brightest attend, teach, and serve. And I am here to talk about I didn't cry. I didn't cry, I didn't cry, I didn't cry. And this is...
Hi, I'm Judy Jackson. I'm the assistant principal of the Bethune Middle School. We're the best, the proudest. We teach, attend, and serve.
Tell me about your students. Just tell me about their personality in the school.
Our babies are blessed. They're blessed because they have caring adults. But like so many youth, not only at our school, but in our society and our country, they are lacking love. They don't know what self-efficacy is. They need a spiritual awakening. Not a spiritual awakening in terms of religious belief, but a spiritual awakening in terms of knowing who they are and what they're worthy of, what they're so deserving of. Our children have succumbed to society and all the derogatory things that are said and done on television and media and social media, that they think this is who they are, what they should become. And unfortunately, it shouldn't and it doesn't have to be that way. And in your play where it says, I didn't cry, I think the part that resonated with me most is just listening to my children, listening to them be responsive and react. Initially, I wanted the message to be primarily about teenage pregnancy, about promiscuity, and them succumbing to different things in teenage pregnancy and the trials and tribulation. But it became more than that. When one young lady inquired about how did you deal with the ailment that your sister had with HIV and you couldn't do anything. Her grandmother, she stated, had lupus, and she didn't know how to support her when she hurting her. And when you told her to just love her and ask her how to support her, that resonated with me. Because so oftentimes, not only are children hurting, our adults are hurting, and we don't know how to support. And sometimes out of anger, out of rage, we don't show love, we don't show we care, or we back out, we back down, and we put up a guard. And so this was an opportunity for I didn't cry to let them know that it's okay to cry, that it's okay to reach out, that it's okay to let others know that you're hurting and that there are options. And just because someone might have a preconceived notion that you can't or that you encounter adversity, that it does not determine your destiny. And so as you can see, I'm passionate about my babies and what they do. And so I was excited for Ms. Jackson to invite her in classes, and you as well. And so Ms. Jackson,
I want to thank you for reaching out to Bethune Middle School.
Thank you.
Because so often we don't realize that our kids need performances. They need to see live production. And so on today, originally I had only invited 4 classes and a handful of children, but then I was getting calls all morning, can we come, can we come? And the kids, I was so proud of the children
They're
today.
really good.
And some of the kids that were in here were some of our babies to give us a lot of challenges, and to see them to sit and the whole hour, and then for them to pay attention. The young lady, Miss Kayla, the one who was the first to speak, gave me challenges even this morning, but to watch you perform, that was very moving. Because a lot of the kids, the other one asked you about the behavior as far as mom and abusive relationship. That touched me because I do know her story because her mother told me. And she built, to be honest with you, what you call a block around herself, where some adults she won't let into her little circle. So for her to reach out, for her to speak
and stand up
publicly, you reached her, because she is not one that speaks to anyone. So I was like, wow. So what you think sometimes just maybe 1 or 2 was listening. So I appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
The social emotional part of our children, that sometimes we do tap in, but sometimes they need to see it in reality. You're not the only one that's been going through this. And so for me, looking and walking around, looking at the floor and saying, these kids are engaged, it just made me say, you know what, we're gonna have to do more of this. Because sometimes we want to do paper and pencil all day long, but sometimes the kids need an outage just to say, hey, that's my life, that's what I'm going through. So I appreciate you, I thank you.
Oh my
and
goodness.
So the play, I'll be honest with you, it resonated with the kids.
And we want you to know that if no one told you they love you today, Dr. Garrett loves you. Blessings. And
Miss Jackson and na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey.
Mustang pride. Say it again now. Na 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 na. Hey, 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 Mustang pride.